Hello. Yeah, all right. Now, little Billy Williams wore little. He lived in Aston Road, Tividale, Dudley, but he wore little. But you see, his dad, Big Billy Williams, was 6'6", and little Billy Williams was only 6 foot. So he was always known as Little Billy Williams. He could turn his hand to anything mechanical. He was a really good bloke to know, from mangles to them mincers for the mincemeat, to tractors, lorries, buses, cars. He could fix them. Not only could he fix them, he could drive them, because when he was in the war, in the army, the Worcester Regiment, he drove pretty well everything from Bren gun carriers to scout armoured cars, them great big army ambulances, and even small tanks. In fact, it was rumoured around Tividale that he was a stunt driver and stunt actor for Anthony Quayle in the 1958 film Ice Cold in Alex, all about the army ambulance. In fact, little Billy Williams looked like Anthony Quayle. Well, you'll see the photograph I've put with this video. He really, really looked like him. And it was also said while he was taking part in the film, as looking after the ambulance and driving it and standing for Anthony Quayle. He also he had a dalliance with Sylvia Sims, film star, who was also in the film. Now, of course, you know what a dalliance is, don't you? It's a small French car that later on become the Renault Dauphin. That's a dalliance. And, you know, whenever Anthony Quayle was in Tividale Park filming, which he was quite a lot filming at Tividale Park, they'd go up to Anthony Quayle, the local people, and they'd say, "Am you little Billy Williams from Aston Road?" Oh, they half look like it. Well, you'll see from that photograph. Any road, me Grandad Sam and little Billy Williams was good pals. They often drunk together in the Red Lion. You know, it's Regent Road, Tividale, Dudley. And they played cribbage together a lot as well. And one Saturday night, they'd been out as a special treat. They'd been to the Castle Hotel near. It was renamed. It used to be the Castle, but it was then renamed as the Station Hotel. You know, at the bottom of Castle Hill, by Dudley Station. Hence, that's how it got its name, Station Hotel. And they'd been out there on a night out. They'd gone to the Dudley and District Formation Ptarmigan Dance Society Brigade meeting. And they'd had a nice evening. They'd had a few pints, and they'd had a few low flyers, as the folk in Tividale call famous grouse whiskey. And so they come out, but it was the small hours of Sunday morning, and they'd missed the last bus home to Tividale. You know, the 125 goes along the Brummagem New Road, and there was no buses to be had. And they'd fancy walking home, because the weather had turned a bit nasty. It was drizzling, and so they wondered what to do. Now, little Billy Williams, he was very resourceful. He'd been in the army, and he'd done a course with the SAS Catering Corps. So he was very resourceful. And he said, "I'll tell you what, Sam, I know what we'll do. Just across the road there, that's the Midland Red bus garage. So I know the night watchman who works there, Bobby Blewett. I was in the army with him. If we give Bobby Blewett a fiver, he'll go up to the all-night cafe up Castle Hill, just past the Station Hotel. He'll go up there, and I'll go in to the garage, and I'll borrow a bus. I won't steal it. I'll just borrow it, because I've driven a few buses in my time, so I know how it's done. So that's the plan. All right, Sam." Sam said, "Oh, sounds a good plan to me." So they give Bobby Blewett this fiver, and off he went. And half an hour later, Bobby Blewett come back, day, and he said, "I'm still here. Are you, Sam?" Sam was on watch outside, looking out for anybody who'd see anything suspicious. And he said, he said, I don't know, I was going in there with little Billy. He said, but I've been waiting half an hour out here. Nothing suspicious has happened. He said, but I don't know what little Billy's doing in there. Oh, he said, I thought he'd be out by now. Anyhow, the big doors opened, and out comes little Billy Williams driving double-decker bus. And Sam said, what's happened to you? You've been a long time in there. I've heard engines starting and moving and scraping and metal on metal. And through the little windows, I've seen a few headlights light up and then be put out again, and then more engine. What's been going on? Oh, he said, there's 200 buses in there, eh? There are 200 buses parked up in there. And the one we wanted, the double-decker 125, was parked right at the back, were it? Darby, I'll see you soon. Stay at the Oss Road. Thank you, Mother, for the palings. That was very moist. Very nice. Very moist indeed. I've got to go now. I've got to catch the bus. I'm going to Pensnet tonight. There's a concert on at the Albert Hall, Pensnet. It's the Wordsley Silver Band plays Led Zeppelin with improvised dance by the Stourbridge Ballet Society. So that should be good. So I'll see you soon. Ta-ra a bit, and don't do anything soft, will you? Ta-da!